Welcome back to part 3. As you will probably remember, I managed to finally track down the source of the noise that was causing me so much of a headache. And now we're in part 3, and we're at the stage where we are going to be putting this board back together again. I'm going to be installing the elastic mattress in the place of the glitch wave. The electric mistress clone that I've got already on the board is going to be replaced with something else. I don't know what just yet, but I'm thinking possibly something granular. I'm not sure. And then I'm going to be wiring everything up better, and that will hopefully be the finishing touches to this board, until obviously I decide to tear it all apart and start over again. But yeah, we've got band practice again on Friday. It's 2 days from now, so I've got to get a lick on and get this board finished with plenty of time to spare, hopefully. So let's get cracking. As you can see, the board is pretty much exactly as it was when you last saw it. All these cables were just temporary, so I need to take these out and reposition them. That's going to be the first order of business. Actually, what I was thinking I could do is, because the glitch wave, as I mentioned in the last video, was chained with a few other pedals, I do want to test that pedal out. Actually, I might test them out with these pedals as well, just isolated from the board, just to see if the isolated power makes a difference to the noise. So if the glitch wave is just putting out that annoying interference noise regardless of power, then I obviously need to take action and get that sorted out. So I'm going to test that pedal now, I think. Right, so these are the 3 pedals that were causing me the most issues, or that were causing, at least channeling the noise or amplifying the noise or whatever. So here we've got the troublemaker, the glitch wave 567 from Hyperlapse, the Hotakeki from Flock Effects, and the Trainwreck from Energy Effects. So first of all, let's turn the amp on. Now, all of these are getting isolated power, so there's no logical reason why there should be any noise coming from these pedals now, but we'll see. So this doesn't need to be on, as we discovered before. So let's turn these on one at a time. Wow, okay. So, yeah, that's pretty damn loud. Let's try turning the amp down a little bit. Okay, so I think my amp was probably just a little bit too loud there. So, with these on, hang on. Okay, so I think that's a pretty conclusive result. Okay, that's definitely better than it was when it was all daisy chained. This pedal, Alright, I'm happy with that. So this pedal's absolutely fine. It just needs isolated power. That's a big weight off my mind. Okay, so back to the pedal board. Okay, so I can put these back on. That's a big weight off my mind, knowing that the glitch wave works alright, so that's cool. Now, I'm thinking the next stage of this, after I put these back on, is... where are we? I'm getting confused which one goes where. Ah, that goes in there, that goes in there. Okay, I need to hook them up for power again. Right, so, as I already explained, my elastic mattress is going to go in there. Perfect. The foot switch is a little bit close to the synth, but I think I'll be okay. All the inputs and outputs I think will just about clear. It's fine on this side. The output might be a slight issue, but I think we'll be okay. It's like if I use as long as I use a really low profile jack, then that shouldn't be a problem. Now it's time to take this off and have a little think about what can go in its place. Obviously, flanger is now taken care of quite adequately, so it's a perfect opportunity to put something really fun in there. And I'm kind of torn between two possible options. Well, I say two options. I've got a few options, but the two I'm most inclined to use are these. So obviously you'll know this is the Count to 5 by Montreal Assembly, and we've got the Chase Bliss Audio Mood. Now, if you'll remember in episode 1 of this, I was talking about how I wanted this board to be mostly cheaper and middle range price point pedals to use on this board. So that kind of rules out stuff like this, as you can imagine. However, once I arrived at the decision to use this instead of the tap tremolo, which obviously would have been a much cheaper option to use than this, but this, the Red Mountain by Swindler Effects, is just so good. I just decided that it was worth it to have one of my pricier pedals on this board. So once I stepped through this door, that kind of made me throw out my whole idea for keeping this board fairly cheap. So yeah, so now I'm at a point where I'm thinking, yeah, forget the whole budget pedal idea. I'm going to use one of these two. My initial thought is to use this because it kind of covers most of the territory that this does, or a lot of it anyway. There are still unique things that this can do that this can't, but honestly I need to kind of cover that in another video really. I'm not going to get into that now. This has a lot going on, however. This has quite a bit going on, but it's kind of more basic. The layout is more streamlined and a little bit easier to navigate on the fly, I think. And it's got top jacks as well, which also helps. So putting it there wouldn't be difficult at all. And it looks damn good, let's be honest. And it would be easy to use. It's got all of the it does all of the granular chirping bird kind of things, and reverse and forwards live playback kind of things, which is very cool. But the other thing about this is it has reverb, a really, really nice reverb as well. And reverb is kind of missing, or at least a dedicated reverb is missing on this board. I've got reverb in the multi-stomp, of course. But yeah, it's also really nice to just be able to just stomp on some reverb whenever you want it, just as a pad, or just to kind of add a bit of texture to what you've got going on at a moment's notice. Just think on the fly, I want some reverb right now, and then boom, you've got it. Rather than thinking, oh, I need to select a preset in here that's got reverb in it. Yeah, so I'm leaning slightly more towards this. Side jacks are a little bit more of a problem. However, looking at it, I think I will probably be okay. There doesn't seem to be anything too much in the way either side of that. So, and I've got the awesome little mini toppers on the switches here, on the foot switches, from Stompkins pedals. They are really smart, and I colour coded them obviously to either side of the mood, so I can easily see which side is which. I think that looks really smart. So the fact that I've got that extra height on there also helps, being on the back row. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning more that way, I think. So sorry, count to 5, you will be used on my big board, so not to worry, you will rise again. Okay, I think that is looking pretty darn spectacular, I must say. So I'm very happy with this board. I think this is going to be phenomenal once it's wired up and sorted out. Hopefully it won't take me too long to do that now, because everything's wired up on this side. It's just a lot of these pedals here I need to wire up. The elastic mattress I need to wire up. That's 18 volts. I can easily just give that a direct isolated supply, direct from the 18 volt output on the CS12. The other thing then will be cabling. So again, most of that is already done, so that's not a problem. However, I do need to put all of these drive pedals back into the loop of the synthesizer. So if you'll remember, I took that all out from during part 2 to try and troubleshoot where the noise was coming from. So I need to put that back to how it was before. And then I need to restructure this end of the cabling to incorporate mood. And I need to give that isolated power as well, because that is quite thirsty, and I just prefer to give it isolated power where I can. So what I'll probably do is, I think I'll start with the cabling, get that sorted, and then I will probably redo all of the power again. So it'll be a bit of a faff, a bit of a hassle, but I think it's going to be the best way round to do it. Okay, I will come back to this later on, I think, because it's been quite a long day today, I'll be honest. But this is looking great. I'm happy with how it's looking so far. I'm going to come back tomorrow and sort out all the cabling issues. See you tomorrow, guys. Right, it's a new day, and I'm ready to tackle this board. It is pretty much just the cabling and power supplying for these two pedals and the effects loop of this, as I explained before. Everything else is already wired up and catered for. I think I will have to redo the whole power supply chain of this board, but I explained that all earlier, so I'm going to put this on a hyperlapse and we'll jump right in. Oh man, okay, I think that's done. Right, that took flipping ages. Right, I've got everything I think hooked up now, and all I need to do now is plug it in. Boom, we have power. Boss pedals always default to being on, so that's normal. That seems to have been on already. Yep, that's all working nicely. Of course, the real test will be when I plug it into the amp. Alright, so far everything seems good. Cool. Everything seems to be getting power, so that's great news. Okay, moment of truth, let's turn the amp on. And taking it off standby. Ooh, okay, no noise at the moment. I'll just get my guitar. Passing signal, wonderful. Of course, the first thing I need to do is check the gain. That all sounds good to me. Oh wait, hang on. There we go, volume was down. That works good. That works fine. So that all looks good. Let's try the mood and the elastic mattress. Okay, that's the wrong way around, I believe. That's pretty straightforward to sort out. I'll just stand by the amp, or I could have just used that. Oh well. Let's swap these around if I can. It's so tight in here, it's really cramped. Not a lot of room to maneuver. Okay, let's try that again. Come on, stubborn thing. Okay, I think that sorted it. There we go, it's more like it. Three, phaser! That's interesting. There's a bit of noise going on there. I think I have got a spot on the board on the power supply available, so I might try putting giving that something isolated, because I think something's not happy being chained somewhere. Not sure what. Yeah, I'll have to do a bit of experimenting. It's nowhere near as bad as it was though, so I think I can probably deal with it. It'll do for band practice tomorrow, I think. Yeah, I'll probably have to come back to it yet again to figure out what's causing that tiny little bit of background hum. But considering how loud that is, you can barely hear the hum. So I think that'll be more than manageable. Yeah, that's not a problem at all. I'm happy with that. Let me just take this off the mount. Let's have a little glance at this now. Oh, so good. Turn the flash off. There we go. I am well happy with this, people. Okay, I think the next thing after this is to... well, first of all, I need to get some practice in for tomorrow night. I think the next thing you'll see is probably me at band practice with everyone else. So let's see how that goes. See you tomorrow. Oh, that was good, man. Got some good stuff in there. I think so.
Can you make it sound like one of those really scary high theremins where it's going like...
Probably.
That's how...